Hi, I'm Nicola from Fit Strong Mum, and I'm a personal trainer based in Oadby in Leicester. So this is a short video, hopefully a short video, on pregnancy and what the first couple of weeks of pregnancy can be like, and some of the maybe challenges we come up against in terms of expectations and opinions. So one of the common opinions around pregnancy is that we keep pregnancy a bit of a secret until about the 12-week mark, and there's good evidence around the reasons why we might think to do that. Obviously, a lot of people want to keep it to themselves for a start. It's obviously also a personal choice. You can tell people whenever you want to, but ultimately I think the main and most well understood reason and most researched reason is because of the higher risk of miscarriage in those first 12 weeks. So I am pregnant now, and I found out that I was pregnant after about 2 weeks. So that was a really, really early kind of discovery for me. And I'm not great at keeping secrets. I'm great with other people's secrets. I'm great with confidentiality. But when it comes to my own stuff, I find it hard not to share with people that I'm close with and that I want to tell things to. I think lots of our friends and family kind of went, "Oh, why are you telling us now? It's not something that people normally share at this point." I said, "Yeah, I know that. I'm aware of the sort of stigma around that idea, but ultimately my main thinking was that I don't want to go through the next 12 weeks alone. I mean, I know I've got my husband, I've got like my mum and my best friend and everything, but if only a couple of people know about the situation, the pregnancy, as I'm going through it for the next few weeks, then it means that if something does go wrong, then I don't have any support outside of those few people that I have told." And that obviously, like I said, it's a complete personal choice as to who you want to tell and when. But I just thought about it and I thought, well, obviously I'm hoping for the best, and I'm hoping that I go through this pregnancy really nicely and really easily, and that everything turns out exactly as I want it to. But if it doesn't, if something bad happens, if I do have a miscarriage, I don't want to be on my own with that. I don't want no one to know about it. I run a small business. I've got close friends, close clients, people in my life that I lean on when bad things happen. And, I want that support from people if that were to happen to me. So that's one of the main things that I've found as discovering it so early. It's a really, really long time to wait. There's a lot going on, and this is my first pregnancy, and there's a lot of scary things to think about, and lots of change, lots of things happening in my body that I was expecting but hadn't really thought about in terms of the physicality and practicality of it. So yeah, that's just one thing that I've been thinking about over the last few weeks is can we break the mold? And again, I will reiterate, it's a totally personal choice. You might want to wait until 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, 20 weeks. You wait until the point when it's right for you to share with your family and friends. But if you're a bit like me and you feel like you would prefer to have more people to lean on it for the good and the bad and all the in between, then it could be something to think about in terms of letting people know a little bit earlier, especially if like me, you find out really, really early on. 10 weeks on top of 2 weeks is a really long time to wait to tell people. And a lot happens in that time. So just something to think about. If you do want any support from me or from Fit Strong Mum from a prenatal or postnatal perspective, then let me know. I'm more than happy to chat with you about your pre and postnatal needs. But yeah, that's it from me today, really. I just wanted to share that as a thought process for me. And hopefully I can take you through sort of day by day, week by week, as I discover more things about my pregnancy, and hopefully bring some ideas to the forefront that maybe you haven't thought of, or that you may think of in a different way once we've had this conversation. But yeah, get in touch, drop me a message, whatever way you want to contact me is fine, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.